to Wednesday Night Live. What is this? Hair. Hello, clean my lens. God, you guys are so
good.
Good, I'm glad. Better? Better? Hi, Paulette. What's going on? I am good. Hello, welcome. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. I don't know what else to say. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? 'Cause I see it in your eyes. And I see it in your soul. You're all I ever wanted. Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's raining. It's raining. Bon mercredi. Bonsoir. Yes, mercredi. Bon mercredi is Wednesday in français. Bonjour to all my français people. Oui, oui. How am I? I'm good. I've been busy today. You're all I ever wanted. My arms are open wide. I don't know. I don't remember the song. Lionel Richie, just in case. Dan is not feeling it tonight. Doesn't always rain there? No. No. Dan's not feeling it today. He worked a lot and he's just still feeling a little meh. My washing machine is working. Washing machine is working. He's not snacking. Yes, he was in here earlier a lot, snacking, bugging me. But you know, whatever. Hello, gorgeous. In Santa Rosa. Are you raining in Santa Rosa? Because we're raining here. So I made dinner. I made a Trader Joe's meal tonight. The teriyaki chicken with the Trader Joe's fried rice, a big salad, and there you have it. Susan, there's tons of copycats. When you get as famous as me, that was for the trolls. That was for the trolls. When you rise up in the subscribers and stuff like that, people are going to try to make money off of you. So just know that we don't. Yay for the washer. Yeah. So yes, yay for the washer, because it's such an inconvenience when you don't have a washer. I'd almost rather have something else not work than a washer, because I do a washer a day. Grandpa's eating. He's got about half of his plate on his chin right now, so I will not show him. He's sucking it up. He's, everything's going on. 92, it's a huge milestone. Yeah. I did, Erica. I did. This is my nails, and Ed loves them too. El Chapo, what's up, S.A.? ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. Et tu? Christopher, long time no see. Goodman, there was like 3 pairs of my underwear in the catch-all, and that was triggering a sensor to go off because it wasn't draining, and then it burned out my my switch. I can't think of the switch, but it burned out a switch, so we had to replace the switch, and there you have it, underwear. It's always a problem. I need a garment bag. Thanks, T. Grady. I appreciate that. Happy birthday to Ed. Yep. He's been eating his apple fritter all day because, he just can't eat a big apple fritter. He chose a sprinkle donut last night. I bought donuts yesterday. Yeah. Yes, they match his sweatpants. Every time I get a blue, I love this blue. This is the Tiffany blue. I don't really know what the color is. It was $6.72 on the color chart. He always notices the blue for some reason. Loves it. He loves the blue. I forgot about that, So I don't know, Michelle. I am pooped. I have not stopped moving all day. I did a little bit of yard work. I cleaned my bed. I've been just putzing around the house, cleaning like I always do. I tried to read a little bit. That was unsuccessful. Trying to deal with questions and repeats and, keeping the frustration level down.
Good dinner.
Goodman, I suggest it. It would look great on you. He does know us for the most part. Thanks, Lucretia. 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 And Macron, on your way home. Be safe, please. From the hospital? What were you doing at the hospital? Kim, what's going on? I'm tired tonight. I'm going to crash after this live, so I don't know how long I will be on. But Dan, I was like, it's 5. Like, I just finished cooking dinner, you know, blah, blah, blah. He's eating right here in the kitchen. So, oh, shit. Kim, really? Oh, I'm so sorry, girl. Carol, I am. I've been very busy. And this is my stance, in my kitchen. So I always sit here, and I'm just gonna try not to show Ed because he's shoving food in his mouth. But this is my seat right here in the corner with my books there, everything's here. So I tend to sit, in the same location. For those of you that were bitching at me for not going in the room, and reading or doing something, I sit there because Ed sits over here. See the couch? It's one big room, right? Kitchen, family room, table, right? So this is where I sit when I am watching Ed. And so for the most part, this is where I always be. If I'm not moving around, I sit, I do some work, I respond to your comments, I do all the other little things, I do my other billing stuff, pay bills, right here on this corner. This is my corner, right? My corner. Because Ed always sits on the couch. So I'm the primary caregiver. So when I read here. So when Dan has his ADHD moments, yes, it's irritating. My perch is definitely my perch. Because I'm here. Oh, Ed, you got lettuce dangling from your chin. Do you feel it? You got it. Yep. So that way, if he gets up, if he has questions, I don't sit on the couch with him because then I wouldn't be able to read. I wouldn't be able to read, right? I would not be able to read because he would ask me incessant questions. So I sit so he can't ask me the repeats of the questions, but I'm here if he needs help. Yeah. Hi, Cyclist Gima. Oh yeah, you're tired, girl. You are tired. So yes, I used to have a belly button ring. I've had many. The flickering lights. I just did a video because every time I turn them on, he goes crazy. He's like, what is that? We don't have Mark really anymore. We have him full time. We've had him full time for almost 6 months. Yeah. Poor Dan. I know. I mean, right? Poor Dan. Poor Dan. What the hell? Poor Dan. People spend too much time focusing on me. Kissy K, the book that I'm reading, yes. It's one of those books that you can't get through very quickly, right? You can't get through very quickly. It's a slow beginning, but it's starting, I'm at 266 pages in, and it's starting to get really good. It's starting to get really good. So I suggest this book. It's got a lot of emotional, I haven't gotten to the really tough parts, but there's a lot of tough parts coming from what I've heard. And yes, so I do suggest it. It's phenomenal, right, Jackie? However, like I said, it takes a minute to get into. So you guys if you're going to read it, just understand that's going to take a minute. You couldn't keep up with it. Ed hasn't been going to Mark's, no, for 6 months. Nope. So I know, I heard Hannah said she cried for towards the end, and Hannah's like, Mom, if I could get through 800 pages, you can do it. So I have to understand that. I'm afraid to read it. Maria, I haven't, ask me in another week or so. It's going to take me another week or so to get through it. It's hard because it's small print, it's small, so it's not a quick read like the Colleen Hoover books or the other ones. So it's called A Little Life, and it's gotten a whole bunch of awards, and most people know it. So, anyhow, A Little Life by Hanya something or other. Yes, so my next book is The Beach, because, I know, Kissy, it's really hard to get into. I was struggling, but Hannah's been home for the last week. No, Candy, I have not. Thank you, Renee. Hi, Darls. So I have not. She's been pushing me to read it because I was ready to give up on it. Hi, Big T. My ADHD was also going, I don't know if I can do it. I need quick, quick reads, but I can't. So yes, the magnifying, it's a lighted thing, so it helps. My friend Erica sent it to me. Anyhow, thank you, Juju. I don't know if Jan's gonna join. He's not in the mood tonight. You guys, it's a lot of work to get on a live, and if you're not feeling it, it's really hard to get pumped. You have a place to buy your decorations. Jamela, I have not shopped for decorations in a long time. I just haven't had time. I don't have the time to go shop like I used to pre-ed, right? And pre-pandemic. Hi, Alex. We missed you. Oh, I love you, girl. Hang tough. Hang tough. Grandpa's birthday is just any day of the week, you guys. He doesn't remember, he doesn't understand and nor remember. He's asked me about MARK, no, BILL, within a 30-second reset for the last hour. I was like, why? Why am I avoiding Mark questions? I'm not avoiding Mark questions. It's old news. I mean, he's been here for 6 months full time. There's nothing more than just as simple as it was just time. Simple. It's not anything more complicated than we knew it was going to be time, and we knew it was going to be eventually full time here, right? Because there's 2 of us. There's 1 of Mark. Thank you, Lisa. Hi, Life. Does Ed take meds? Yes, he takes meds. He's 90 fucking 2. He takes meds. My wife said that ahead of you. I don't drink a bottle. I can't drink a bottle. Not on a normal night. No. I could, like on a Sunday afternoon, and finish the bottle at 5. Great day to me. Do I do the most, I think. Will you be thinking right? If you ever wonder, I'll come and stay with Grandpa. Rhonda, that's sweet. Mark, yeah. And it wasn't even just medical issues. He had some teeth problems. He had to get teeth pulled. Grandpa and Dan fell. And then it was just that time where the confusion, it was just easier to keep him than it was to switch him back and forth. You guys saw when Mark, who was my husband? When Dan was out of town and Mark had him for 4 hours, you saw the disarray it caused him, right? It's just not worth it for the caregivers or him, right? You're an Orange family. Thank you, Funny Me. My dad died from Alzheimer's. It's so sad. It is sad to watch. But it's no sadder than watching your parent die of cancer or suicide. I've witnessed all of those. Yeah. So my mom died of primary lung cancer. And my dad committed suicide. So this so far isn't that bad. I'm just saying. This so far isn't that bad. He's still enjoying life. He's still happy. I'm misty. No red wine. He's happy as far as he knows. You know what I mean? Like, my mom died a brutal fucking ugly death. My dad, took a bullet to his brain. So, I don't know. Is that a good way to go? I don't know. Mental illness, the struggling of that seems like it's horrific. So, thanks, Sarah. Sharon, he's just had a lot going on. He's had a lot going on. No, you're not going to come in here. Nope, no kitchen for you. Stay there. You may not come in my kitchen.
No.
So, people don't like...
I'm full.
Okay, but you're not coming in my kitchen to dump that stuff out. That's fine. Go sit down for a little bit.
What?
Go sit down for a little bit until you're ready. Go sit down for a little bit.
I can't do all that.
No, that's fine. Just go sit down for a little bit.
All right.
So sorry. He's almost done with his dinner, but in 5-10 minutes he'll be ready to finish it. You guys, some of you get really twisted when I think people say I treat him like a child. He's an adult. He should, do, I don't know, whatever your fucking reasonings are. We have our reasons, we have our motives, we have our things, we have our plans. We know Ed, we know his mental state at the time, we know how to communicate with him, we know what works. Y'all stay in your lane, sit down, sit down. So what this does is he's got a little bit left, he's almost done. He'll sit there for 10 minutes and be like, oh, I didn't eat my dinner. So he'll come back and he'll eat it, and then I'll give him his pills and dessert. Ed does not read, no. Yeah. I have 5 days a week. Shelly, it's tough. It's tough. Please don't get a job with elders. Shannon, please don't get on social media, especially when you don't know. Sit down, Shannon. Just sit down when you don't know. Sit down. Don't speak upon something you don't know. And that's the biggest issue with people. Like, they think they know better than me. When last night, when he was sitting in here and he wanted a banana, he just saw the bananas, He had just eaten a lot of food. He wasn't hungry. He just walks by. If he saw people eating, he would say the same thing. Oh, he forgets. The connection from head to stomach doesn't work, And if you know anything about dementia and the disease, you would know that, and you would stay in your lane. Just stay in your fucking lane. Hi, Laura. Nothing. Just idiots saying, just don't take care of old people. You are not fit to do that. Okay. Let's remember, every person with dementia and Alzheimer's is different, right? They're different. They require different things. Ed requires more reality orientation. He requires a little bit more firm, direct talking. He requires, I know what he needs. I'm the professional of Ed. You guys are not, right? So the people who think they know better, stay in your lane, sit the fuck down, or get the fuck out. Very simple, right? I think so. No, and you do the best you can. I always say the same thing. We are human. We make mistakes with our kids. We yell at our kids. We do things to our situation at the time, right? We aren't perfect. We all imperfectly perfect. And everybody likes to preach about how perfect they are. I call bullshit, and I will continue to say that, because you are full of shit. If you've never yelled at your kid for running into the parking lot, if you've never yelled at your kid for holding a knife when somebody leaves it out in the kitchen, you guys are full of shit. So don't talk to somebody who does this 24/7 and does this and has this. He's like a kid. He's like a kid, right? He's like a kid. Stay in your lane and understand where your lane is and where you're going. I know my lane. Lulu, he does for the most part. I'm with them majority of the day. You guys, you see me, I'm here. I sit here. I'm always in and out. I'm always checking on him. I'm always in the center of the house where he sees me. I am here all the time, right? I'm here all the time. No, they wouldn't tell me. I'll let them tell me something in front of my face. Yeah. And family's sometimes the worst critics, right? Social media, of course, because you have stupid people who think they know better. But family is the worst critics, and that's what hurts the hardest, is when you have family that go against what you have to say, or what you're doing. They like to put their input in, right? But yet they're not here doing it. That's what I say. Thanks, Laura. You are too hard. Oh, you are so soft. You are so soft, user, and you have not a clue. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I would love to say everybody who comes in here and has something to say to me or to me, come to my house. Let's see how you handle my house in 24 hours. You wouldn't do it. And let's see who's the strongest one. And let's see who knows better. Bet it would be me. Yep, bet it would be me. You are really hard. Oh no. Do you have kids? You got to know when to be hard and when to not. No shit. I'm not mad. You guys think this is mad? This is not mad. Shut up. Wrong life. Wrong life. You know, when lives, people talk. That's the purpose of a live, and you're here. So you shut up and you leave. I'm always complaining. Well, are you always here to watch me complain? Sounds like it's a you problem. Um, yeah. I'm taking care of 10 people, so please save me your lectures. Oh, tough one. You're taking care of people. You're a worker in a dementia facility, so you don't do it 24/7. For a family. Yeah, you know better. Yeah, I bet you do. I'm in a mood too, Lily. I'm in a mood too. Hi, Rita. Does anybody? Um, do people in the family disagree? They did it at the beginning, but I think now they give their advice, but we do obviously what works for us, right? We obviously do what works for us. No Outlander, nope. Any of us had to take care of a family member who is showing early signs of dementia. My grandfather's retirement meeting family are diagnosed with, ugh. You know what, Blake, just watch it. See, you'll notice when they can't be by themselves. I mean, that's all you can do. And then at that time when you notice they can't be, then you got to step in at some point. Oh, Tori, thank you. Oh, fellow gambler. Ooh. Tomorrow is casino day for me. I get my luggage tomorrow, so I will definitely be going. But I'm going to be a good girl. I'm trying to like it, Tori. Oh, I got it. I am, I'm very, I'm realistic, and I think most of you who have taken the time to get to know me and my personality and what I do, those of you appreciate and understand who I am. So thank you for that. And the people who give me a chance and don't just form judgments and ugliness and bully and harass and show your projections onto me. I appreciate that because caregiving is hard for everybody involved. This isn't an easy job, and I show the reality of it for the most part, and people don't like the reality. People don't like hearing frustration. People don't like seeing frustration. People don't like, certain tones I have. Well, the tones that I use are specific to what he needs at the time. And if you don't work with dementia patients, you wouldn't understand that. Just like with your kids, right? Just like with your kids. So you're saying that when you had kids, you didn't talk firm? You didn't give them direction? You didn't tell them they couldn't have any more to eat? You didn't tell them to get out of the refrigerator? You didn't tell them no more snacks until dinner? Okay. Cheers. Good for you. You must have been a great parent. I love Huff and Puff, but I haven't played it, Larry, in a while. I haven't played it in a while. Yeah, Blake, welcome to the stubbornness. That's when, Ed started showing signs, at the beginning, but it was very slow going, right? And so eventually, as it got more progressive and he was falling and he couldn't remember how to get home, that's when we really had to intervene. Yeah. Walk in my shoes for 24 hours. 24 hours. I'm not even giving you a full fucking week because you wouldn't handle the 24 hours that I do. Selena, it's the same thing. I put it back on them. Well, if you think it's easy, come here. And, it's funny because people don't show up, right? People don't show up. People always ask where are the other kids. You guys, the people who are here doing it are the people who want to do it. Stop asking why other people aren't involved. It's such a shit show of questions. It's nobody's business, first of all. But second of all, the people who do it are the ones that step up to the plate. The people who do it are the ones that are here doing it. That's it. End of question. Stop asking. Yes, Kim, I'm feisty, of course, and sassy. Perfect. Yes, I am all those things. Aura, it is 5:37. It was hard. I lost my mom too. Oh, I'm sorry, Janice. That's hard. That was my mommy's name, by the way. Great name. And it wasn't even her. No, that's Grandpa choking on something. Oh, Beth, they are, of course, because it's me. They attack thy woman. They attack thy strong woman. They attack thy sad because they can't handle it. That's why. They're weak. Only the weak attack others. Really. I don't feel like I'm defending myself at all. You guys, those of you think it's defending, I'm defending the caregiver. I'm not defending myself. I know what I do every day, right? I know what I do every day. I don't feel the need to defend my antics at all because I am strong enough to know what I give every day. You guys just presume it that way. I'm speaking for everybody who is doing the same thing I do every day. Yeah. So think, judge, opinions, whatever. I gotta pee. Can you just come say hi?
Sure.
He hasn't finished his dinner, so I'm gonna wait until he finishes.
Hello. I have no idea what the topic is. Grandpa has not caught the bug. He is an absolute tank. Hello, everybody. I'm the only one unfortunate enough to have had the bug, but I did stay locked in my room for 3 days. Something smells good. Give Ed his damn keys. I just made a video about that a few minutes ago. The sty's gone. I think it was just a busted blood vessel from right in my eye from from being stuffed up or blowing my nose too hard or something. It was a very substantial flu. It was a substantial virus. Tammy, I don't know if it was COVID or the RSV flu. I did not get tested. It could have been either one. I'm not really sure. I'm feeling okay. I just can't shake the respiratory. I can't shake the cough. But I've heard that is very common for this bug. It takes a while. I know. I still sound congested, and I'm still tired. I'm not up and walking, back to my walking yet. So as soon as I'm back walking again, I'll feel better. Hey, Dad, what's going on? What?
Ed, are you ready to finish your dinner?
What?
Are you ready to finish your dinner?
Did I finish?
Nope, you didn't finish.
Oh,
Give me that.
the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll finish it.
I know.
I didn't know. I thought I did.
Nope, you didn't finish.
Yeah, it could have
Come
been
sit down and
RSV.
finish.
I did not go to the doctor. I mean,
And then I'll give you
getting the
dessert.
time to go to the doctor would be. It was
You're welcome.
a couple of busy weeks. I think I just got run down and tired. It is about 5:40 here. Is Danielle angry today? Are you angry?
No. It's just people's perceptions are so skewed in life. They need to keep their eyes open and look at things from a 360 perspective instead of their own perspective. Hi, Sally. What's up? So, yeah. God, everybody with the angry.
That looks delicious.
Everybody with the angry. Yeah. You guys, that's projecting. That's just projecting. You guys need to stop projecting your anger on me, because I'm not. Oh, Lulu, I'm sorry. I'm just honest. That's it. And people think they mistake honesty and strength for anger and bitching. Not my problem. It's your project. It's your problem, not me. No, being stern and honest is not the same as anger. Mm-hmm. Anyhow. Hi, Jay.
Delicious. How is it, Pop? How's your dinner?
Thanks, Green Eye Bandit.
Looks good, Dad.
I'm trying. There's like...
Yeah.
But if you paid attention to the earlier escapades, since there's so many people who know better than me, I moved him to the couch for 10 minutes. I said 5 to 10 minutes, and he didn't finish his dinner. He got up. Now he's finishing it. Again, it's knowing how he works and his routine. And so that's why I say stay in your lane, because I know what he wants. We don't deny him foods. We don't do anything like that. This guy eats like a horse, and I feed him a majority of the day. Yeah. I know, Pam, it's horrible. And women totally get, like, men could be brutally honest and they're not assholes, right? But women get attacked for every little thing. They get attacked for their tone, they're being a bitch. They get attacked for the way they deliver their words, they're a bitch, they're rude, they're disrespectful. You know, people, I get so much shit every day about how can Dan stay married to me? How can Dan have me in the house? And then I have people saying, oh, he's just using her and then we'll divorce her as soon as Ed dies. What is that shit? We've been married 27 years. If we were gonna have a divorce, it would have been a long time ago when there were serious problems, right? Every marriage has their ups and downs. Every marriage has shit. Every marriage is good, it's bad, it's rocky, it's troubled, it's fixing and coming together once again. There's no perfection in anything. And if you guys think there is, then you're on the delusional island. Yeah, but they do, Heather. I mean, they attack. They just attack. That's what they do. My mom has asking after knee surgery. Oh no, Amy, really? Women, I think, and I think women have the most trouble in life because, if you're strong, it's not good. If you're weak, it's not good. If you're, this and that, it's not good. We just get bitched at the whole time with how we do things, how we act. And those are strong women. And a lot of us have learned along the ways, right? Because age gives us wisdom. And we've learned that we set our boundaries and we set those boundaries, and I don't allow people to walk all over me. I'm sorry, because I speak my mind and because I challenge people when they come at me. I'm a bitch. Look at what you're saying to me.
That was good.
What are you saying to me? Okay, sit down. I'll give you your pills, and then I'm gonna give you dessert.
Pills for what?
To keep you alive.
What is it you're giving me?
Heart pills and cholesterol pills.
I gotta see what you got.
Oh, I know. But open your eyes and see what we do. That's the real truth behind it. Look at the way that people are responding to you, not what you think and what your perception is. Look at him. Stop focusing on me. That's where your problem is. That's where your problem is. Here, take this so I can give you your dessert.
Pardon me?
Take this so I can give you your dessert. 1, 2, 3 down the hatch.
What do I got here?
Your cholesterol pills and your heart pills.
Heart.
Yes, to keep your heart pumping. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you. Here.
Thank you.
Yep. There you go. Whoa. Did you get him? Did you get him down? Did you get him?
They're all gone.
Oh, perfect. Now here's your dessert.
Oh, I got a little dessert to
This is the rest of his apple fritter. The rest of his apple fritter. He had some for lunch too.
Thank you, Danielle.
You're welcome.
That looks good too.
Yep. Okay. Scooch in. Scooch. Scooch. Yes, it's a chalkboard wall. Yep. But chalkboard walls, I'm going to give you a recommendation. If you're going to do one, make sure you have a non-textured wall. The textured walls don't really work as well, and it makes it more dirty than it should be. It's harder to clean because it gets into crevices, so on and so forth. I bought a dozen donuts. They are now officially gone. Dan probably had like 4. When people say be patient and calm, patience is a virtue. You don't always.
Can I have another little napkin?
No, the truth behind it is you aren't always patient, right? When you're doing this, were you patient as a mom? Were you patient as a dad? Not all the time, no.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. And so I just asked for you guys to be a little bit realistic in your expectations. A little realistic. That's all. Because reality is that, right? Reality is imperfect. Everybody's imperfect. Everybody explodes. Everybody gets mad. Everybody gets frustrated. You guys need to get off the site. Think differently. You got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and see the world for what it is. and do a 360 view. So those of you that come on and critique people for putting their lives out there and being there for people who are doing the same thing that they are, and you have judgments, it's ugly. Judgments are just as bad as being bullies and so on and so forth. Poor Dan, I know. And yeah, it's true. I mean, it's just the reality of doing this job of life, parents, relationships, caregiving, everything. Hi, Vicky. Welcome. You do, Veronica? That's so funny. You know what I said today, Jazz? I'm going to tell you. I went on my Zoom this morning and I said, I hate people. You know, the comments are so ugly. I have not been on my comments today. I have people just bitching and moaning and complaining and I just said, nope, not going to do it. I set my boundaries and I know when enough's enough, right? Enough's enough, because I'm not going to let the idiots bring me down. And that's what I just don't do. And I know on certain days it's going to get to me more than others. And so I set my boundaries, and like the menopausal frizz, yeah. Yes, number one, grandma. Lisa, my mom would be very proud of me. And my aunt tells me that every time we talk. She says, your mom would be so proud of you for stepping up and doing what you do. Fuck everybody else, right? Donna, I said the same thing. And I'm doing it. And sometimes not my very best, but I still do it, right? Thanks, Chelsea.
The dessert is good. I'll tell you.
I was enjoying that. Thank you, Minnie. Yes, and I think that's what a lot of the people who follow me every day and are here for me every day are the people who get it, and they like my vulnerability, they like my honesty, and they like the truth of everything I show. So don't love you too, Sal. Oh, Mike, still, honey, I love you and your determination. Keep your chin up as much as you can. You've had a tough journey, Mike. I'm glad you check in ever so often. I really do appreciate it. And I look for you when you come in and say things. And that's the thing, I have those people who connect because they are doing the same thing, and that is what is important. This is what the social media community is about. It's not about the hate. It's about the kindness and the honesty and the compassion that people have for one another and sharing it in a group forum. It's hard. It's so hard. Good night, Mike. Hang tough. We love you. Oh, thanks, G. I don't feel like I'm defending myself. No, I don't. I'm not here to prove how perfect I am, because I'm not. I'm here just to show the reality and call people out for their incompetencies in not being able to see things from from a 360 view of life. People like to call out faults and everything. I'm the first person to say,
Dinner, Danielle.
you're welcome. I'm the first person to say I'm not perfect, and I don't ever claim to be. And I prey upon my weaknesses. I make fun of my weaknesses. I make fun of my faults. I make fun of my mistakes, because that's the only way to do it. And that's how you learn, is by falling down, skinning your knees, and fucking up. Yes, my laundry machine is fixed. Oh, Claudette, I appreciate that. Menopausal sisters for life. Yeah, and that's what it is. And here's the thing, you don't like it, you have a choice. I'm not putting a gun to your head, and I'm not making you choose to watch me. But don't come on here and think you can say whatever you want about me, or spread lies and rumors about my family, because I will put a stop to that, as would any normal human being, right?
You gotta dump this. Where do you want to put it?
I'll take it. Yep.
Okay.
Let me get your face. All right. Now,
Yeah, okay. Well, what's this?
there's nothing on there. You always, that's just part of the wood.
Okay. Thank you, Danielle.
I shave the man, I shower the man, I dress the man, I do his laundry, I help him make his bed, I sit with him, I make him food, I make sure, try to keep him as safe as possible. And that's what I do. I mean, that's what anybody does as a caregiver, as a mom, as anybody else. That's what I do. And you don't have to like the way I do it. You don't have to like my tone. You don't have to like my personality. You're welcome. But if you really took a moment to really watch our dynamic, you would see the truth. You would see the truth. But you have to keep your eyes open and put yourself in somebody else's shoes for you to see that. So a couple different things. You guys see my shirt today? You guys know who the Violent Femmes are? Nope, no more paper. If you want to go wash your hands. Nope, you just had paper. We just wiped you. This is your paper. Here. That's your paper. No more paper. What? Everything's wiped. We just wiped you off. I just did that.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, sit down.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This is literally the life that we live, and that's what we're chronicling. It's not about Ed, it's about all of us in my family. And people say,
What's that say in the back? Violent what?
Violent Femmes.
Violent?
Femmes.
Violent femme?
Uh-huh.
Is that an F?
Yes.
Violent femme? I can't read it.
Yeah. It's a band. It's a band.
A band?
Yes.
Well, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
So, Julianne, if those of you who know this band, guess what I got in the mail today? Guess what I got in the mail today? This is what I got from a band member. I did. Violent Femmes. The cutest card, and I was like, what? So all these shirts were tucked in, right? And there was a note right on top. And the guy was like, I love what you do. I watch you guys. I respect you guys. I think it's cool. Love Grandpa. Love, everything. And you are welcome to any of the VIP service, John, if you're watching, we appreciate you. And you made my day. You made my day, And I was like, who? Because he said, you're welcome to my band anytime we play and you want to come. Satisfactory. But anyway, and he said, and I was like, who the hell is that? So he's, his signature was on there and you couldn't see it, right? Couldn't see it at all. And then I opened the tissue and I saw Violent Femmes and I was like, oh, Dan! This is somebody from he's like, who? And I'm like, when I'm a-walking, I strut my stuff, then I'm so strung out. I'm high as a kite, I just might stop to check you out. And I was like, that's the guy. Who is this guy? Because he didn't even sign, I couldn't see his name, but he put his return address on it, right? And his name was on it, and he's the drummer. Let me go on yeah. Anyway, and I almost shit myself. So these are the fun moments of doing these things. We had they're not the Dixie Chicks. They're just the Chicks now, I guess. And so they too, it was like we went and saw a concert because the manager of the band loved us and what we do for Grandpa. And this was a moment, right? And so I was like, Dan, so it comes to find out, okay, Les, I don't know, Jay Murphy, transitioning to a home, I don't know. That's probably the hardest thing. I've had a couple friends do it and it's god awful. Just keep your head up and you do the best you can. That's all. So he's the drummer. The drummer watches us. And so he's got a show coming up May 1st, I think, in the Violent Femmes in San Francisco. And so, if we can make it, maybe we'll say, hey, we want to come, So I think it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah, Rooster, there's certain things that I agree with you on. Certain things that I really do believe, and I don't want to make this political at all, but I do get disappointed sometimes when we switch things because it's not appropriate. But fuck, man. I mean, this is the way our world is going towards, and it's just sad that we have to. Ugh, yeah, kiss off. Exactly, Amy. So this made my night. This made my night. You know, this made my night. He had actually messaged Dan, and I love people who are humble like that. You know, he messaged Dan's like, holy shit, he did contact me, and you know, Dan just gets so many messages. All the time, so he's like, I didn't know, you know, and he didn't say, hey, I'm from the Violent Femmes, you know, he just said, hey, love you guys, love what you do, I'd love to send you something, you know. So I'm just, this made me tickle, this tickled me a little bit, because I love that album. And am I not showing my age when I use album? I always say that. But Blister in the Sun, I listened to that album, I know every song on that album. It was just such a pivotal moment in my life. So this was fun. So these are the benefits, you know? These are the fun moments where you open up something and you're like, holy shit, you know? It did cheer me up. I was like, holy crap, Violent Femmes, I'm wearing this. So we put a shirt aside, and he sent us 4 shirts. I kept his letter and I kept his name, and you know, we have some, like with the Kyra Larson. Eventually I'd like to do shadow boxes of all the, you know, the famous people who contact us and appreciate everything we do. So yay. John, if you're watching, holy crap, you know, thank you, you made my night. Hi Hannah, welcome. It's almost like Christmas. Tim, it was the funnest thing. Dan was like, Violent Femmes. I'm like, and then I started singing. Yeah, that was really cool. So those are the little wins, you know, of lifting my spirits on a day where those fucking ignoramuses were just texting me and telling me what a bad person I am, and what a horrible wife I am, and oh, my kids must be miserable, and you know, all those things. John, you made my night. You made my night. You helped me, and those are the moments where it makes me think, you know what, this is worth it, because the people who know. You know, the people who know. And it's the little win, Donna. It's the little win every day that we have to take. Somebody else, really a cute thing. Another gift Grandpa got today was because he always says, thank you, Danielle. So one of his birthday shirts today was a thank you, Danielle shirt. I had a tear in my eye. I thought that was the cutest thing ever. So whoever sent me the thank you, Grandpa, the thank you Danielle shirt, that was the cutest thing, and you made my day. The 2 wins today. 2 wins, right? 2 wins. So that was fun. And yes, Leukemia Legend, that's the thing. Those are the little moments that you're just like, see, I mean, and I know who you guys are. I know the people who are always here, and I appreciate and I love that for you and for me, and the support and the understanding and all that stuff, and finding the humor in what Dan and I do with the I thought you said you deserve more wine. I was like, Kim. Those are the good moments, you know. This is the good moments. I don't feed into MTP, and I'm sad that you see that I feed into that. My whole platform is about normalizing things, setting boundaries, showing people and explaining to people that you need to speak up for your worth. You need to speak up for you need to speak up for other people, and you not need to be afraid to do it. So
well, thank you for your help in dinner. I'm trying, Danielle. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. It's not about feeding into the negativity. It's about trying to prove to people that they're the ones who are being negative, right? It's not me. And when I do that, and when I address them, maybe 1 out of 5 come back and apologize to me. They apologize and they say, you know what, Danielle, I took a little bit more time. I understand you now, right? That's a win. That's another win. That's another little win for me in my book. So it's not, you guys look at it as such a negative thing, but I don't look at it as negative at all. I look at it as part of my teaching.
I have to do clean up, Danielle.
Plain and simple. It's part of my teachings. It's part of who I am. And believe it or not, I have taught a lot of women to stand up for themselves because I do that.
Hell yeah.
No, everything's done.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So I don't look at it as negative. I look at it as teaching and hopefully pointing out the truth. That's it. Robin, Dan's chilling. He came out a little bit and he's just not in the mood. He's still a little tired. He had to work. He had a big thing to do today for work. And so anyhow, thank you, Rowan. Hi, Janice. My mom's name. Gotta love the Janices out there. Well, only if you're a good Janice, that is. Thanks, Nikki. I know. The Tiffany Blue, right? Tiffany Blue. Yeah, there's no method to my madness in my home. Everybody's like, what do you do? How do you do? I just buy what I like,
Help you with
and that's it.
clean up right now?
Nope. You can go sit down on the couch if you want.
I'm sorry, I don't hear
You can go sit on the couch if you want and
Oh.
relax for a little bit.
Yeah, I might hear a little better too.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, yeah, we'll do that. I don't know whose shirt this is.
That's your sweatshirt if you're cold.
Huh?
Are you cold?
The red,
Are you cold?
not necessarily.
Okay,
no.
well that's for you if you're cold.
Really?
Yes, I put it out there just in case.
I'll be darned.
No, I'll take
No.
that. I'll take that. I'll take it. Thank you. Okay, go sit down on the couch.
No, I'll leave that. That's very nice. Leave it there.
Message. So don't like that.
It's good dinner.
Good.
That's good.
He's looking at my book.
Japanese. It's good. I'll go watch it up here.
Joey, get a clue. Open your eyes. Joey, this is how you open your
What are you
eyes.
looking at, Cat?
Like this.
Huh?
Open. Open. Hi, Jess. How are ya? Is it a Japanese name? I don't know. It's the author of my book. Yeah, and people misunderstand my loudness. He can't fucking hear, you know? He can't fucking hear. So that's why we have to talk loud. Do you think, she is Japanese? I didn't even know that. He's up again.
I have to go to the bathroom for a minute.
Okay, that way.
That way?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Lewis. They sent it to me. Somebody in the band sent it to me today. It's my happy time. It's my happy time. I know you do, Sally. The ignoramuses don't. We're up running on socials a few years ago. Oh, Josie, we had no idea, you know? We had no idea until we did, you know? It's hard. People don't understand how hard it is to speak loud all day long. It's exhausting. And for those of you who have to speak loud, you know it's exhausting. Hi, Griff Lover. Everybody's asking for you. So can you, yes, my voice gets tired. T, sometimes people call me at the end of the night and I don't want to talk. I just can't anymore. Can you come sit down so I can pee before you make your food? He said, oh, Japanese. And I said, I don't know. And then somebody said, the author said, yep, she's Japanese.
Hello? What was she talking about? For dinner, I'm going to have I'm making a frozen Amy's pad thai. And if you've ever seen those in the frozen section, they're a little vegetarian pad thai. And I'm going to put some of her chicken that she made in it. And I'm going to put that all over some salad. I am feeling better. I just sound terrible. And I'm just tired. That's all. Thanks, King. Bingu. Yeah, it's just tired. How you doing up in Reading? I definitely sound stuffy. I haven't taken anything, like I'm not taking any Sudafed or anything. I'm just toughing it out. How you doing, Lewis, in Omaha? I'm fatigued. You know, like I drove today. I had some errands I had to run for law work. So I was busy for, 4 hours, and that kind of took a little bit out of me. My high point today is going to be my first bite of dinner. That delicious pad thai with a little, maybe some teriyaki sauce in it. So that will be my high point. And then some dessert. There's some good, I mean, people sent my dad a lot of good food, so there's a lot of good dessert around here. Dessert could be donuts, there's chocolate bars, there's...
I haven't got a key to get in my room.
Pop, you don't need a key, Dad.
What?
You don't need a key. You don't need a key. There's no lock.
The door's locked.
The door is not locked.
Then how do you open it?
You just turn the handle. There's no lock on the door.
I didn't see that.
Well, there's no lock on your door, Pop.
There is lock on my door.
There's
now.
There's no lock on your door. Did you lock the bathroom, maybe?
I don't know.
Well, you try and get in and you couldn't get in?
Pardon me?
There's no lock on your door, Dad, so it's impossible to lock.
Well, how come I can't open the door?
You can open it.
I'll go back and try again.
All right. He might have locked the bathroom door. Sometimes he does that.
He locked it, yeah. He just was asking.
All right.
Did you lock the door?
I couldn't get in.
There it is. It's not locked.
No, he's in. Thanks, Darren. I appreciate that. She is coming back.
No, I'm coming. It wasn't locked. He just shut it.
Zyrtec, I the Sudafed sometimes helps when your sinuses are stuffed up. So that's why I try and use it. But you're right, it certainly has not done a lot for me.
No, have you
tell
been?
you that.
Danielle opened the door.
I opened the door.
I hope I can. I left it alone so it's open.
All right, Pop.
Is there anything I can do to help you around here?
Not really.
Huh?
Not really. You're
No,
doing fine,
just go
Pop.
sit down and relax. That's all you can do.
I'm relaxed. That's I can't even get in my room. I'm relaxed. All right, come on, move.
I'm gonna look at my book again.
I felt a neat electrical thing here.
You felt a shock?
Huh?
A shock?
Yeah, shock.
No.
You were over there. Did you see that something with that?
It was just a vibration, Dad.
It was vibration. Yeah, that's what I felt.
Yeah. You can take a seat, Pop, until you get tired.
Huh?
You want to come sit over here? Move back.
Do what?
You want to sit right here, Pop? You want to sit right here?
Dan,
Are you cold?
No.
no, I have his sweatshirt here if you wanted it. I shaved him today, but can you charge his shaver? Because it was running out of juice.
Yeah, I can shave.
Because I've been shaving him. Yeah, I shave him so that way I can try to get. I trimmed him a little bit. I got in his ears and trimmed that. I trimmed his eyebrows today. I did some self grooming for Grandpa today. I soaked his toe. His toe's still kind of looking. It was looking really good, and now it's starting to get red again.
So did we soak it?
I soaked it.
He's got an appointment on the 4th.
I know, next week. Did we soak it? We did. Thanks, Rita. Yeah, and why do people say that? Twinkie, not to be rude or disrespectful, but people say the same thing to me with Dan, and when we video those, when we video the bantering stuff, and people always say stuff like, oh, God, that used to drive me crazy, and when your husband's gone, you're gonna miss it. No shit. I mean, we're gonna miss it. But in the moment, those things are still tedious. Those things are still frustrating. Those things are still, it's part of human nature, right? Of course I'm gonna miss everybody. From where apple pretty red. A mouse in the pocket. He reads, yeah, he reads. He can read. He reads lips too. So it's really important when you talk to him to look at him because he looks at your lips. Jess, I've done all that. He doesn't want to do them. He says it's my job. Yeah, if you can't banter, I mean, in 27 years plus however long we were together before, it's a long time together. It's a long time. I mean, I'm 25, so I don't really know. Thanks, Jay. And thank you for your hard work. Hello. Thank you. I was feeling blue. I was like, God, I'm really wanting blue. And Ed loves it when I get blue on. You know, he loves it. Yes, it's really crucial. Like he'll say, and sometimes, you know, when you're walking in and out and you just, you know, you're in a rush and you're trying to answer questions, he's like, I can't hear you. You know, so sometimes but still, even with the lip reading, you still have to talk loud. I'm 25 too. So how does that work if I've been married 27 years? I don't know. Figure it out. Lady Bulls Blue. Oh, I like that. Oh, Chris, I'm glad I'm here.
I see you're wearing your violet.
Well, somebody asked you what your small, I heard when I was coming around the corner, somebody said, what's your happy point today? What was your one happy point? Because I talked about how opening this up made me happy. What'd you say? What was your happy point? What was your high today?
My high will be my first bite of dinner.
But you haven't had a high at all yet.
I'm not really. I mean, I have a couple of highs, but
what was the first high of the day? Can we fix this? This is driving me nuts.
I don't know. Finishing my work was nice.
That was a high.
Well, it's nice to be done and then get on the road. I had a nice drive. My drive was very relaxing. Listened to music.
Mm-hmm. Did you sing?
I did not sing. My voice is not.
Did you rock out?
No.
You didn't move?
No.
Oh. Okay, so what else was your second high then?
My second high is going to be eating dinner. That'll be my high. And I'm hoping for a third high.
Before dinner?
I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, you're talking about my high.
I'm talking about I'm hoping my high is yet to come.
You're looking for a dewy rose.
I don't know what, I'm getting nothing, so I don't want to even go there, so.
He's looking for the dewy rose. But he doesn't realize that in menopause.
It could be a good night, it could be a boring night, but we'll see. Not up to me.
He doesn't realize that there's no dewy rose in menopause. It's just shriveled up and dry. It's wilted.
So that's my high. It's now over.
The third high is now dead. We want to talk shit when you do so much.
And they were not real high highs to begin with, so thank you very much for making my mediocre day slightly below mediocre.
Chris just said dry flowers are also still nice. You guys, that's marriage. My mouth, I have TMJ, Jerry, that doesn't work. You know, who uses a mouth anymore? That was so like early years. The mouth usage was so early years, you guys. I don't know about you, but just water it. He wants to water it, Daddy. That's the problem. But it doesn't bloom like it used to. You know, sometimes just seeing that person, GSR, you're killing me today with your comments. God, I love you. Sometimes, like, I remember how, you know, fresh and young that flower was, the bud, you know, just one glance at him back in the younger years, it was like, it's dewy. You didn't even have to work hard for that. Yeah, Crystal, let me tell you, I started at 36. It wasn't as bad. So I don't know, everybody's different. Everybody's different in their journey of menopause. I started at 36. But it really has hit hard the last couple of years. This year being like the worst year ever. It's a rose. It's a rose. Maybe it'll bloom. Maybe in spring it will bloom. I'm still waiting for the bloom. Do I eat fermented foods? No, but my friend GSR loves fermented foods. Yeah, she swears on the fermentation of foods. Yeah. Menopause is a bitch, so just know. But everybody's different. Everybody's different. My first symptoms at 36, I'm going to tell you. I was not on any hormones, no birth control, no nothing, because Dan was fixed. And I wanted to kill everybody. When I was a shriveled daisy, I'm a shriveled rose. Came early for, oh, sorry, Chris. My son has a kidney disease, so 49, you're lucky. Dan still practices law, yes. Kidney problems. Hello in Franklin. 35. Yeah. So really it was mellow for me at 30. The Blue Lotus. Is that a battery operated or a cord charge? What's the Blue Lotus? So yeah, I for me it was very mild and it was self-contained with birth control until these last couple of years. Yeah, Shell, he's fine. He has something called IgA nephropathy, which is also something I try to normalize as much as possible. Talking about, people are like, why are you talking about your son's? Because it is what it is. Like, that's what he has. And imagine having that diagnosis, and imagine having, Joe's trying to get comfortable in Grandpa's lap. He didn't like it. He's glaring at it right now. Oh my God, I have to show you. She wants to sit on your lap.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
She's looking for a lap to sit on.
What?
She wants to sit on your lap.
He is on my lap. Well, he was.
Oh. See? That's all she wants. That's all she wants.
Yeah, you. He wants something but like you.
No, she
Yeah,
wants.
Likes your
No, she.
black sweater.
He. Hey. Oh, the same diagnosis. Yeah. So Andrew had an early onset. Sometimes I feel like the people who've had the late onset, it's been going on for many years. So I feel like we're kind of lucky with him having during the pandemic and so on and so forth. I don't want to, everybody wants to turn it political, so I'm just going to be very vague in how I describe it. But yeah, so it kind of reared its ugly head. My sister-in-law is an epidemiologist. She works for the CDC. And so the onset of it became around COVID and the vaccines and everything like that. And so most likely he had COVID in February of 2000. And then he got the vaccine and it re-triggered it. And it's almost like an overwhelming, immunity, so his body it's almost too good for him, right? So it overworked and then it produces that. And then you produce, or is it 2001? I don't know. Time is just slipping for me. 2001 maybe. And then it just it was like a remembrance of, the vaccine. I mean, having COVID, because he was deathly ill for like 10 days. Like the guy didn't move. He had 106 fever. He is everything, like just horrible. And then we got the vaccine. When he was able to get the vaccine, second vaccine sent him into like, it could have been triggered. Not necessarily. I mean, who knows? And that's the thing with we don't know. But he anything when you have IgA. So the statistics behind IgA, it's still black and white. Nobody really knows. We don't know if it's obviously something that lives dormant in your body. So it could literally flare up at any time. You can have strep throat. It flares its ugly head. At any moment, it could flare up, right? We didn't know. Oh, thanks, Sam. And so it just happened to flare up at that time, which I'm very thankful because a lot of people sometimes don't know until it's like stage 4, right? So we just have to keep him medicated. Like right now, the first year was very brutal. And that was at the time we took an ed and trying to figure it all out with like Ed and the issues that I had with him and he had with me and the earlier traumas and having this new diagnosis, which we didn't know at the time, like if he had cancer, if he had lupus, if he had, something a lot worse than IgA. And at that point, you wish for IgA nephropathy. Once you know it's not celiacs can have some of the same characteristics. And, at that point, once we've ruled out celiac disease, the best thing you could have is IgA nephropathy because it's 50-50. You could either, be on a downward spiral, or you could live a healthy fucking life for the rest of your life with flare-ups here and there. IgA nephropathy is a kidney disease. So your kidney, we all have IgA. We all produce IgA. So when our immune systems get compromised, our IgA, think of as like soldiers. They protect us and they fight off the illnesses and stuff like that. And so he just overproduces it, and it's hard for his kidneys to filter out because it's almost like he has such a reactive immune system. And so he just gets like with IgA nephropathy. My son's IgA deficient. He could not fight infections. Oh no, Sadie, that's hard. It's hard, it's hard because you're so worried, about viruses. Every time he gets sick, we have to watch, the protein, and we have to watch. And so he also has proteinuria. So every month we test his urine and we make sure he's within range. And so far since the main, no, sorry, that was me. So far since the main diagnosis, because he peed straight blood, and when all his urine numbers were off the charts, and it looked like he was in renal failure. And then once we got the blood results, and then he did the kidney biopsy, and we figured out his IgA nephropathy. And so when you get viruses, right now, he always escalates, right? Everything is overproduced. So he always is going to be higher in numbers when he's sick. The main thing is that when he's done with his illness, the virus, whatever he has at the time, that his body can regulate it back to normal. And so far he's been able to do that. He's had COVID a couple times. He pees blood again, and he does all that stuff, and we just have to watch it. And so far so good. His body kind of handles it, but it's still something you have to. No, for IgA nephropathy, it's an overproduction of your immunity. Sadie's son was, IgA deficient, which means that he didn't have enough soldiers to fight off the virus.
Was he barking at, I wonder?
Me.
Why?
Me, because I accidentally made a sound.
Go ahead. What?
It was me. He was barking at me. He heard a sound. Go ahead and sit down. It's okay.
Well, that's why I just wonder why I was barking.
Yeah.
Nobody came in.
Nope, nobody came in.
Oh, okay.
No.
You making noise.
So who knows? If it wasn't COVID, it could have been some strep throat, or it could have something eventually could have triggered the. So I'm happy, right, that it happened at 18. And so we know now, instead of having the damage continue for however many years and putting more damage to his kidneys, because once you can control it, then hopefully you're good to go. You hallucinated. I know everybody has. So he can never have an mRNA vaccine anymore because my sister-in-law said, just nope, we're not going to do that again. And I trust the scientists. More than I do the doctors, because they're the ones who do the testing and all the research, and then they give it to the doctors to do diagnoses and stuff like that. So she was a great help during that time because she talked to all her higher ups, and so we pretty much listened to what they were saying and kind of did, of course, what the peds nephrologists were saying at the time. But now, so far so good. So we hope that he continues on this path. Yeah. So yes, it's stressful. So, when you have, a potential, life-altering disease with taking on grandpa the first time, it was a shit show the first year. It was a shit show. And so, yes, so there's, yes, Lily, and so far so good. And he could be okay for the rest of his life. You just don't know with this disease. Everybody is different. Everybody reacts to it differently, but so far so good. So eventually he should be better with his eating. Shit shows. He should exercise. He should do all those things that, a 19-year-old boy just thinks he's invincible, right? So right now, all he takes is fish oil because it's known to help with kidneys. And he takes a blood pressure medicine, which he will be on for the rest of his life, because that helps pump and get everything circulating and moving in the right direction. So thanks, Nikki. I don't know. My son had an episode last year and has been not well for a few months. He's 5 years old. Oh, Kayla. But the good thing is that you know, and it's so early, right? So early. So now there's no secrets, right? You know when he's sick, you know what you know how to deal with it at this point. But the money wasn't great, but they at least beets and prunes are also good. Yeah. Both on blood pressure. Yeah. 7 and 1 year olds. Both? Oh, God. Does he apply for disability? No. My oldest grandson and I have custody of has type 1 diabetes. Yes. The diabetes thing. I had a friend, a soccer friend, who's had a baby at 42, 41. And her son has diabetes, and that was the scariest thing. And so he has one of the insulin packs on, and they have to monitor it. It's very, very, very stressful. It is. So, you just do the best you can, right? And now I've relaxed over the last couple years because I'm familiar with his body, and I'm familiar with how he responds. And so far, so good with the viruses. So far, so good with the viruses. So, brother care for her. My brother's care, and he put her in a nursing home. Ugh. It's hard, right? Bye, Sally. Love you. Keep your head up, girl. I'm glad you're back, and I'm glad you're interacting a little bit. We miss you. Yeah, it's so hard. I know. And here's the thing. You can either do it or you can't, right? Taking care of somebody with dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever. There's no judgment from us if you can't do it. We have chosen and we have worked our lives around caring for him, right? Luckily, social media came in, and we are able to support now the family with social media as well as Dan's law. But it allows us the ability to be able to take care of him. And it's so hard alone, Chris. It is so hard alone. So, we are and have always taking him in. We've always known that could always be a possibility, right? That it may get too much or whatever, and we will do the best we can. There's no magic 8-ball that we can see and predict or whatever, but our goal is to keep him here until his last breath. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, Diane, that's hard. There's circumstances in which you just can't do it, and that's totally understandable. I'm not there yet. We're not there yet. It's difficult, and, the days get monotonous and tedious and all that stuff, but we're not there yet. And hopefully we don't have to be there ever. Hopefully he can stay here with help, right? There will be, I'm sure, a point in time where we're going to have the medical respite here. Because we're not going to be able to do it all the time. And we're just trying to be real. We just take it day by day and we do the best we can. We're aware of all the fake accounts, and there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. That's one of the bad things about TikTok. I think YouTube is much better with the way they govern their platform. TikTok has a lot of things they need to work on. They have a lot of things. Some great creators have left the building because of the lack of support or their ability to govern the bullying and the harassment and all that stuff. So I give Ed sugar. Yeah, I give Ed sugar. You just do the best you can. Now, and a couple of, have a lot of friends on these apps, and people who watch other people, and people who have, they do TikTok and they don't use it as their primary source of income, or they don't use it at all for income, right? They do it just to spread knowledge or just because they enjoy it. And I know with TikTok, it's become, a lot of people have left the app because of it's daunting, right? You see the trolls, you see the amount of negativity that comes your way, and sometimes people just say, I can't do it anymore. It's become not fun. For us, it's different. Dan handles it probably obviously a lot better than I do. He's easier in that realm. Sometimes, yes, it bothers me and it pisses me off, and but I'm also it's also a job. I also can help provide for my family. I can provide for Ed's care. I can provide for so many other things that I'm contributing by doing this now. And so it's wonderful outlet for people who can use it as a source of income. Plain and simple. It's great. As well as being able to do something you love, right? So where are you going, Ed? Ed,
What?
where are you going?
I'm gonna look for my room.
Oh, it's that way.
That's which way in the direction I'm going.
Yeah. What happened to real jobs? I've been a stay-at-home mom for a long time, for 19 years. Dan is still a practicing attorney. He does it part-time. And social media has become an outlet where he can help and take care of his father. So, yay. And it's not a bad thing. It's a great opportunity for people to be able to make an income and stay within the home and raise their kids and take care of people and be lucky like we did. We got lucky, that people fell in love with Ed. And so my husband's been able to work part-time and do something he really loves, which is social media and helping people and spreading awareness, and while making some money. And let's be real. I mean, more money is in freaking law, but it gives us the opportunity to be home and both of us be involved in helping care for his children, his dad, and our children. So we got lucky. We're, one of the lucky ones. A lot of people don't have the luck we have. So we got it. He is kind of a child. Yeah, you can get paid from TikTok by doing videos, having subscribers, and getting out there. A lot of other people make money doing TikTok shop. We choose not to do that for our own reasons. People battle. The battling gaming world makes shit ton of money. I mean, I'm in the wrong realm in TikTok because if it was completely all about the money, I would be battling. Those guys make a shit ton of money. But, I'm doing what I enjoy. Battling is not my thing. And I love creating the friendships that I have. I love being able to do what I like, which is helping others and showing real stuff, real feelings, emotions, and trying to normalize the shit that most people don't feel okay to talk about. The battles are freaking crazy, right? Chris, my YouTube name is Mrs. D. Sal NorCal. It's the same thing, Danielle Salinger. You do? No. Here's the thing about the battles. It's kind of like selling your soul to the devil a little bit. And I'm not judging people, but it's just not my personality. People give money on these battles and they really can't afford to do it, but they want their person to win. They want their people to win. And so they will give their last, couple $100 just to help them. And I just know I can't do that. I couldn't do that knowing that, somebody only has $25 left for the week. That's just not my thing. I would feel so guilty. And so, it's just not me. That's just not me. That's not my thing. They're serious, and people spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to support their team, and it's scary because sometimes you read those things and like, I gotta go. I only have $25 left for the week. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's an addiction. It's just like gambling. Yeah. It is like gambling, and they get so obsessed with having their team win that they're willing to give their last dollars. Kelsey's kidding. My whole thing Well, yeah, and that's my whole thing is that, I gamble. It's the same thing. It's an addiction, right? It's something that I enjoy doing and I make an excuse to do because whatever my reasons are. Um, but at least there's some benefit to getting back. I saw some girl gifted some guy $70,000. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel too guilty. People are like, Danielle, you should do it. No, I couldn't do it. I just can't live with myself knowing that people are spending their paychecks and possibly the rent or whatever. I can't do that. It's just like with quick hit slots. I might play those the next time. I've been looking at those cyclist grandma, and I just can't. I have too much of a conscience to do that. And these people don't. I mean, they're just like, give me more, give me more. And it's kind of like, I, I don't know. It's just something that I can't do. Is Dan having me take over social media now? No, I have my own shit on social media. Dan has been struggling with not being sick for being sick, the man flu for the last like 10 days. And he just goes up and down. He goes up and down with how he's feeling.
I can watch it in here for a little bit, yeah.
I know, Diana. I know. Yes, Cheryl, I have been known to shop at Hobby Lobby because there's some, like that sign behind me is a Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I've been known. I have not bought anything for my. The only thing that I have bought recently is from this shop in Cameron Park, and I love it. And there's a local lady who makes these candles, and they're to die for. So I go up there and she has antiques and stuff like that. So when I go visit my nuggets, I always stop in there. And I love it because they're out of tins, these candles. I'm pointing to it. So it's right there underneath my microwave. If you can see it, it's a tin. So the person who makes them, if you return the tin, you get like 20% off of the next candle. So I have like 3. This one's like, I see my stuff in there. Yeah, I go crazy with, Dan turned the microwave on, so give me a minute. Sometimes I feel like when he turns the microwave on, it messes with the, both of you guys went out at the same time. Yeah. So much owning a home for 20 years, now I'm cleaned up. Yeah, so there's nothing I really need. So my whole thing now is if I purchase something, then I rearrange, and I have this closet over here that's all my shit, and I either give it away or I donate it, or I have so much shit I should really get rid of it. No, the router is not plugged into by the microwave. It's upstairs. Oh, the Amish. Where's Tony? Amish. My friend calls him the Amish. I love that. And I've seen some of the Amish furniture. It's really great stuff. Yeah. Really great stuff. Oh, thanks, Shell. Yeah. Amish. The Amish. So a couple of my friends live in some Amish territory, so I love seeing the pictures of their buggies and they're on the roads. I'm like, oh my God, don't hit. One of his high points. Yep, one of his high points is cooking right now. Little Amish kids are the cutest. Does Grandpa, sometimes he goes upstairs looking for Mark, yeah, and we freak out. So that video of me with the knife, and I wasn't feeling good that day, and I came out freaking out at him because he had a knife and he was cutting, and he actually cut his finger on that time, and I freaked out, and people were criticizing me for the way I handled it. That was true emotion right there. That was true worry. That was true concern. Well, put the knives up. Okay. You do the best you can any given day. We make mistakes. We leave things out. We don't put the gate up in the kitchen. Those things create those issues. But still, that emotion is still there when you see him holding a knife. And every time recently he has had a knife and has been caught in the kitchen, he has cut himself. So, yeah, a freak out is necessary. And same with walking upstairs, where, God damn it, get down here, it's the same thing because he is not steady on his feet. So walking up the stairs is very concerning. He doesn't do it very often, but once in a while, yeah, once in a while, once in a while. And let me tell you, it gets that heart pumping. So it's just the way the way we respond. And I remember doing the same thing with my kids. It's no different. It's that just sheer shock, the worry, the what are you doing? Um, yeah, it scares me. It scares. It's scary. It's and that's true. That's reaction. I record some of that. If I have my phone in my hand, I'm going to record it because I'm going to show this worry, the being stressed, the being worried, like, what are you doing? I turn my back for 1 minute. You got a toddler running out the door. It's the same principle. Yeah, I do, Connie. Sometimes I do. But my main concern is the kitchen because I have stuff in my kitchen that, it's a very confined space in here and he's not steady on his feet. He's not steady on his feet. So my main concern is gating off. We will have to watch my mom. Ugh, yeah. And, Tally, he hasn't really done much. He, maybe a year ago, he was with the toaster oven and a fork, and we're like, what are you doing? But it's hard. So I typically don't put the gate up because it's very infrequent that it happens. Like I said, the primary source. And somebody said, well, remove your stuff in your house. Let him walk in the kitchen. Absolutely fucking not. Absolutely fucking not. I'm not going to let him walk in the kitchen. So basically what you're saying is empty my house out and live where? Not have a couch because he can trip over the corner of the couch. It's like, you guys don't understand the way it works. It's the same thing like a toddler. He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. So yes, he needs direction, he needs firmness, and he needs reaction. Viruses are horrible. I have a potty mouth. Oh, thanks for pointing that out, Tanya. I didn't know that, for fuck's sake. Hey, XYZ. Straight to bed. You're up early. You're up late. Early, late, whatever. How come I have a pet pig? Because I'm in a rural area and I've always wanted a pig. So those are just the realness of having kids or caring for somebody with dementia who has sometimes a 30-second reset or a 15-second. Sometimes the reaction, he won't remember it though, sometimes he won't remember it, and that's what's hard. But it's just a reaction, right? Anybody in that phase is going to react. I've never not been able to react, even with my own kids. So that's just my personality. That's what I do. But anyhow, so you guys will Walker. Joyce, he thinks he's 50. So how do you convince somebody that he needs a walker or a cane that thinks he's not 92? Oh, thanks, O'Malley. You can't. And we have walkers here, and he looks at him and goes, I don't need that. What do I need that for? So you do the best you can. You guys, again, you do the best you can. I went through that. I have a pet pig. I love my piggy. Yes, they said that. Well, then you should take out your shit in your kitchen, in your house. So yeah, I've done a lot. I've removed a lot of things in my house that it was hard for me to do because I like my house a certain way. But there's certain things you do remove for his safety. And I've removed everything that that could be a huge potential harm. He trips over his own feet. Every time he's fallen, it hasn't been from any of my items in my house. It's been from his own feet. What shows have you been watching? The Valley. And I think I have an episode. Housewives, I do. The Below Deck, I'm not watching anymore because I don't like this season. Summer House. Grey's Anatomy. I'm really enjoying Grey's Anatomy. Hi, Perry. Do you remember Kitchen Island? How do you remove? Well, I could. My kitchen island is removable. It's not implanted, but I'm not. I need it. I need my kitchen island. I'm not going to remove it. No, I still have a house. I still have things. I'm not going to remove it. So I keep them out of it. How do I keep your sanity? Sometimes well and sometimes not so well. No, Ed's my full-time job. Yeah. So I don't watch it. Doop. The other thing I've been watching is The Family Stallone, but I haven't really. I'm trying to read. You guys, I have an 800-page book to read. So when I'm done with you guys, I clean up the kitchen. I already made Anders lunch. I got a call to see if he has to report for jury duty. And I try to read because this is not an easy read. But yes, I have shows tonight, so I might try to read a little bit tonight and then watch some of my shows. The Resident, this is not a book you want to read out loud with. It's a devastating read, I know. So I try to keep up on my shows, but I'm lagging right now because I'm busy. And by the time I get off the live, I'm so tired and I'm cleaning up and I'm getting, the kitchen ready for the next day. And sometimes I just can't, Love the Erica. I love this thing. Thank you. This one works. The white one didn't work. So this one is working great. I'm reading A Little Life, which is a very tough read. Very small print. Yeah, it's not an easy read and it's very emotional. It is a light. My friend Erica gave it to me. So you can do it this way. I kind of do it in the dark. I kind of go down this way. I speed read with it. And I like it because it kind of keeps me to speed read. I know, don't I bet? No, Kara, Hannah leaves that day. So I'm probably going to go up and visit my Nuggets on Sunday. They're gone in Arizona. Where are you going, Ed? Ed, where are you going?
Bathroom.
That way.
This way?
Yep.
Okay.
So it is really hard. I'm annoying. Thanks, George. So are you. Anywho, you guys, hi Ames. How are you? How's the groin, by the way? I hope you're doing. Grandpa sometimes very rarely remembers stuff anymore at this point. Very rare. Very rare. Hi, Rock. Miss you. He wanders all night long. All night long. He never sleeps. You won't have to host. No. Show me the light. I don't know where Erica got it, but I like it. I use it more of like a, because for me, so I kind of more at night do this with it as I'm reading. I kind of go down with it. But this is the best thing ever. How do I sleep? Not well. Does he nap? No, he'll take little cat naps on the couch, but not long. I will have wonderful memories. And, I'm most of all of everything. I wish I was able to document my mom, and I'm sad knowing what I'm doing today that I didn't get that chance with my mom, because God, would I would love to have that opportunity to have those memories with my mother. I'm always tired, Jelly. Yeah, I'm always tired. I work out every day. Am I looking for a bottle? No, I'm fine dry. I'm fine dry and wilted. Anyhow, you guys, I'm going to go because speaking of reading and shows and stuff like that, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who watch me in the morning, I will be on struggling to get my run through. Anyhow, love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for supporting as always. You guys are important to me. You are worthy and you matter. And you matter. Let's remember that. And your feelings are valid. For all you caregivers out there, I can't say this enough, but I will say it over and over again, is that you are doing the best you can, and sometimes the best you can is just enough, okay? Don't beat yourselves up, because you're still doing it, and you're still getting up every day, and despite the fact of how tired we are, how frustrated, how sad, how lonely we feel, we still do it. So don't get mad at yourselves for having a bad day. The person you're taking care of would totally understand that. And that's the one thing that I would love to have more people understand, that. Don't feel guilty. You know how many more people tell me that, I feel so guilty. Don't, because you're still doing it. We're doing it tired. We're doing it exhausted, and we keep going. And that's good enough. That's good enough. And same for those grandmothers, who are taking care of the grandchildren. Same thing. I mean, who's to say we wanted to take care of kids when we were older? This is supposed to be our golden years. We're supposed to be out traveling. We're supposed to be out being naked, hanging out naked in our house without kids coming in or things, people to take care of. But for those of us who are doing it, we're doing it. Not always well, but we do it. So good night. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Love you. Have a good night.